I can't even begin to guess what the designers were thinking when they built the NWN Lap H16. I can also tell you about our sponsor. Good job, Deke or NWN Lap or whoever you are. And good job me for telling you about our sponsor. What supported devices? I don't know. How does it work? I guess we're gonna find out. And who sponsored this video? Well, our sponsor. So, cool tech. Can see why it didn't take off. But what did take off is this message from our sponsor. We're not perfect. Oh, I just dropped one. Ow. Ow!
You're roasting me.
Ah! Oi! Just. We've made mistakes.
Wait, what?
Oh my God. Holy.
And even our most ardent defenders have to admit that out of our more than 6,000 videos, we've made a few that are below average, a couple that are pretty bad, and if we're being totally honest with ourselves, we have made some absolute stinkers. Well, it's time to stop hiding and face our shame. But you won't do that, because if you did, you wouldn't get to experience our reaction to our folly, and you wouldn't get to experience this segue to our sponsor. We should never have made the gold controller. No. I thought this was gonna go like kind of viral. I can't believe they made a gold controller.
It's just bad timing.
We could, yes, it's stupid, I get it.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness, I can't believe we're gonna talk about our sponsor. 408012 gig with a name change and a 5.5% discount. This thing better be amazing. Amazing, like our sponsor. You're gonna buy it, you always do. And you know what, you'll probably be happy with it. But I don't have to be happy about that. What I am happy to tell you about is our sponsor.
This is actually just a fantastic display to look at if it works. Oh, there we go. Okay, geez, that was scary. Maybe theirs works better, maybe it doesn't, I don't know. We'll need to get this in the lab to do a test. First of all, Stealth 14 Studio, which we'll tell you about after this word from our sponsor. 75 watt hour battery. That is fantastic. I can't wait to get these into the office to properly test them out, and I can't wait to tell you about our sponsor.
And is it worth the buyer's remorse that I know some of you are feeling right now? Let's find out. Right after I give you buyer's remorse for not checking out our sponsor. I guess it doesn't really matter what Intel's doing, because with these new chips, AMD has something in their lineup for just about everyone. Just like I have this segue for everyone, to our sponsor.
A radiator quite literally almost the size of an Xbox Series X. Holy shit. But not as holy or as as this segue to our sponsor. I mean, I guess there's equipment that's hundreds of thousands of dollars that people use all the time, so maybe it's not that crazy. But you know what's not crazy? This segue to our sponsor.
Imagine being able to build your own Xbox, sort of. It's possible, mostly. You know what isn't possible to do by yourself, though? Segue to our sponsor. They clearly had no experience, no right to be there compared to the powerhouses at the time, Nintendo, Sega, Sony, and yet, they did it. Just like I did this segue to our sponsor. Which one will it be? We've shown off the ship and the aircraft carrier in the past, but now we've got the spaceship, the tunnel, and the tank. Oh, jeez! What are you trying to do? Blow up my segue to our sponsor? And the best part? Look at that. Damn it, I broke a nail. Man, that hurts. It comes with fans. And look, it also comes with this segue to our sponsor. Look, it's right there. So we're gonna be taking it for a spin with close attention to all the curious little details. After you pay close attention to these details from our sponsor. So all in all, rest in peace, confusingly named chipset. You died before you could live and were forgotten not long after. Just like this segue to our sponsor. If only I could take my two problems and put them together somehow. I bet you can see where this is going. Directly to this message from our sponsor. We've got a great folding team on the LTT forum, which is a great community, by the way, if you haven't seen it. And you know what else is great? This message from our sponsor. I don't even know how much this pile of trash cost me.
You wanna guess?
$100.
150.
150, is that real dollars?
Yes, US.
Just like we charged our sponsor. Tommy, you done goofed. Surely they can't generally be this bad.
I don't think so.
Yeah, nothing can be this bad. Except this segue to our sponsor. And once you've joined us, you will become more powerful than I can possibly imagine. Powerful, like our sponsor. It's worth checking out the Learn article on Microsoft's website to see more if you're curious. Curious? Like you're curious about this message from our sponsor. I don't think this is gonna happen. And, if you don't mind taking some shortcuts, it can be shockingly inexpensive. Unlike sponsorships for this channel, like the one we sold to See You Later. Wait, yeah, how does this work? I'm so excited this worked. I'm not excited to do up another 2 of them without Dan's help, but I am excited to tell you about our sponsor, which hopefully will enable the people who are already over here to work.
Yeah, that's the plan anyways.
Just like our plan to tell you about our sponsor. Uh-huh, and you're gonna use contractors, right?
That one probably.
Just like I used contractors for this segue to our sponsor.
Yeah, this should be fun. Like everywhere else in the world, gamers in China are creative, occasionally janky, and very, very roastable. Just like this segue to our sponsor.
Okay, last one.
Wow.
The computer now goes in the kettle.
Okay.
The GPU's in the kettle. Oh, I love it.
So this is just like a trend. Okay, outro. Do the outro.
I guess it's time to find out just why the
Advertisement-friendly words.
all of you are buying this phone and, oh, what is this? Hello? Oh, you want to sponsor a video? How about this one? Thanks. The herd mentality approach might not be a bad one if you're shopping for a value phone. Oh, and if you're into the herd mentality, did I mention that everyone is checking out this message from our sponsor? Do people really need a PC this small? And a mouse this small? Look, it even looks tiny in my hands. Just like this tiny Segue.
To our sponsor.
There is no reason that, especially the Windows 11 compatible version, couldn't last you for years. It's kind of compelling. Like this compelling message from our sponsor. BS marketing that I unknowingly spread when I did a sponsored video on the very product that has been causing me all this trouble. Just like I'm about to spread this segue to our sponsor. Because, darn it, I want to stop fighting with this and I want to do it right this time. Like I do my segues right. Like this segue to our sponsor. For a product we wrote off, then rooted for, then completely wrote off, that's kind of outstanding.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Like our sponsor. In the last 30 days alone, it's gotten worlds better, which gives me a lot of hope for the future. The future where I'm going to tell you about our sponsor. That in mind then, let's go swimming with the jellies and see what I've been missing out on. And see our sponsor. But if you can deal with my list here, I will happily take you back as a sponsor. In the meantime, let me tell you about someone who isn't on my sponsor poop list.